I'm going to talk about the three types of weighted averages for Chapter 2.3. The first type is where you're given a percentage that each type of grade counts. This is called a weighted average. 50% for the test mean, 15% for the midterm, 20% for the final, 10% for the computer lab, and 5% for homework. These were your weights for these assignments. So what you do is you take each grade and you're going to write your percentage out beside it, and you're going to change those percentages to decimal. So here's each grade that the person made and the percentage that I was told up here at the top that each grade would count. So there's the final, there's the computer lab, there's the homework assignment, and each one is weighted differently. Now this is like a relative frequency back when we were doing the frequency distributions. When you add it, the sum should be somewhere close to 1. And when you look at that, the percentages add up to 100%, which is 1.00, which is equal to 1. So when I do this next step, I'm going to be dividing by 1, and that really doesn't make any difference, so your answer will just stay the same. Anyway, what I've done here was I wrote the formula in words, and here's the formula also. And x bar, which is the mean, is going to be equal to the sum of the x times w, and then the sum of the w's is your denominator. Well, here's what that means. It means that you have 86 times 0.5 because that's the weight and the grade. 96 times 0.15 because that's the weight and the grade. Here's the weight and the grade for the final. The weight of the computer lab and the grade of the computer lab. And here's the weight of the homework times the grade of the homework. And you multiply these and then find the sum of all of them, and you'll get 88.6 divided by 1, which is 88.6. So that's the first type. The second type is the mean of a frequency distribution. And so we're going to look at a frequency distribution, and here are the 4 steps that you're going to follow to do this. The first step, you're going to look at the class, and these classes were given to me earlier, I think in section 2.1, and so the class is from 7 to 18, and you want the midpoint, which is 12.5. Here's the frequency, how many numbers were in this class. There's the frequency for the second class. Here's the midpoint. So you do step 1, which is find all the midpoints of each class, and then you're going to find the sum of the frequency, and there were 50 entries in this column for frequency. Now I've named this step 2 because in the last step you're going to divide step 3 by step 2. So once I've found the midpoints and I've added up my frequency, the next thing I'm going to do, which is step 2, is I'm going to multiply those numbers, and I'll get 75. And then I'm going to find the sum of those, and I'm going to take 2,089 and divide it by 50, and I'll get 41.8. So step 3, which is this sum, divided by step 2, which is this sum, gives you the mean of the frequency distribution. The third and last one is the weighted average, like GPA in college. So you're told what the college gives for each letter grade. A is 4 points, B is 3 points, C is 2 points, D is 1 point, and F is no points. And then you look at the grades that the students receive and the units that you receive for each class. So if you have an A, and we're going to go down here and look at this so you can see this. If you have an A, you'll have 4 times your A is worth 4 points given by the college, and you get 3 units for that, so you're going to get a 12 for this. And then the next one, you got a D, you only got 1 point from the college, times 3 credits would give you a 3. And then on down from here, you got a B, 3 times 3 would give you 9, and it was a 3 credit course. Your second B was only a 2 credit course, so that's 6. And then your last grade was a C, and 2 times 4, because it was a 4 unit course, is 8. And so what you'll want to do is divide up, you want to add up these 2 columns, and then you take this number divided by the 15, and that would give you your GPA.